And still, if I smell it, if someone has it in the house here and I'm just like walking by and smell it, my brain is like, coffee. Of all I know now, I do want to have a healthy brain chemistry, and if my body feels tired, I will want to honor that and give it some rest in order to come back stronger and more productive. Why? I probably never drink coffee regularly ever again. Hello guys. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie from Lifestyle Stephanie, and my channel is all about fitness, health and nutrition. And if you're interested in having a fitness health lifestyle that never feels like a chore, where you don't go to bed hungry or you don't like focusing on numbers on a scale, anything ridiculous like that, that just takes away our joy of life, consider subscribing to my channel, because I'm dedicated to put out content that is helpful and motivating to live a healthy, nutritious life long term and have the results that you're seeking without all these crash diets and that kind of thing. But today's video is not so much about weight loss or maintaining weight or anything, but it's about something that is very personal to me for some reason. It is coffee, because I've never thought I would have an issue with coffee. I've been drinking it since I'm 16, so it's been almost over 8 years now, which is crazy to think about it as it is. I know people don't like to call it that, but it is a drug. It is very addictive. We all know caffeine is addictive, but I never thought I would have an issue with being addicted to coffee, because why would you? It's not like it's giving you a high of any sort that is taking joy out of your life, or so I thought. It wasn't until December last year, 2021, that I started just having really bad sleep. Like, I couldn't sleep until like 2 a.m. Things were running through my mind. Obviously this can have many reasons, it doesn't have to be coffee, but I was just what I experienced. And in the morning, because of my bad sleep, I couldn't really start without having coffee, and maybe not just like 1 but 2 cups, and it just like got more and more over December, and I didn't feel like it was doing much. My perception of coffee at that stage was like, if you're a driver, if you drive a car, it's like giving gas to your car, but you're in neutral, so it doesn't really stick, it doesn't really move you forward, it just accelerates without any outcome. And that was me, and I didn't enjoy it, I didn't like it. And I didn't know if it was from coffee or not, but as I was doing some research about it, and it's very conflicting research, it's very controversial, of course, as most research is these days, unfortunately. It's very, like, you need to really see what studies are biased and that sort of thing. I decided for myself to stop drinking coffee. I think I decided like maybe in the middle of the month, maybe like the 15th or something of December, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking coffee. I didn't have coffee in the morning, but then I had a headache during the day, I felt really tired, and I had coffee again, and it kept going on for like a few days until I was like, no, this is not how you withdraw from coffee. You need to actually go through the withdrawal symptoms, and yeah, because you never know if it actually has benefits not drinking coffee. For me, if I don't go through it and be without coffee for at least a month, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm off coffee now since the 28th or 27th. Yeah, I'm so bad with dates. It's actually the 5th of January right now, today, and I haven't had coffee. Oh, and before I forget, what do I have instead of coffee? I should have said that as well. So instead of coffee, I would have juices, like orange juice or mango orange juice, something fruity in the morning to give me energy, and also like some vitamins and stuff. Obviously, if you want to have fruit instead, eat the whole food. It's always better to eat the whole food, but I just need something to drink, something that gives me energy. So it would be juices for me. Or if I'm feeling especially cold in the morning, I would just have non-caffeinated tea, like fruit teas and that kind of thing, or like peppermint tea, and yeah, just to have something instead of it. Because if you go cold turkey and you don't have anything to replace, a habit with, it's just really, really tough and hard on your willpower. So do find, if you want to do this, do find yourself some substitutes that you can have that gives you energy, or that gives you a warm feeling, depending on what you need or what you wanted from that cup of coffee on that day. So it's either orange juice for energy or mango juice for energy, and a warm beverage for comfort and warmness. So just that on the side, FYI. So let me get into detail what I've learned and what I feel like people should know. Obviously do your own research. I'm not saying I'm an expert in any shape or form, it's just what I learned, and it's just my experience. So what is it that coffee does to your body? As I said earlier, I'm not an expert, but this is what I found out. Because if people ask me, what is coffee doing to you? I would say it gives me energy in the morning, it wakes me up. I have an association between being productive and having coffee, or being really effective in a run or a workout and having coffee right before as like a booster and that kind of thing. And come to realize it's not really the case, it's just an association. And although it maybe helped the first few times I drank coffee, over time, if you drink coffee regularly, the effects of coffee are diminished and maybe are replaced with things like, and I have to read this list actually, with things like insomnia, headaches, dizziness, rapid or abnormal heart rhythm, dehydration, anxiety, restlessness and shakiness, which is not that nice if you think about these things. So what is coffee doing to your body? What happens is you have receptor cells in your brain for tiredness. Obviously there are more scientific names to it, but since I'm not a scientist, I'm just giving what I learned. I'm gonna put a link below where I learned it from so you can see for yourself. So you have the receptor cells for tiredness, and tiredness tries to get in, and then you feel tired, like you need to have a rest, and you don't really feel productive of any sort of shape or form, because maybe you haven't ate enough, you didn't drink enough, or you just didn't sleep enough. And what coffee does, it's caffeine just like sticks into the receptor cells, so that tiredness actually can't go in and signal your brain and your body that you need to get some rest.
It activates a cascade of biochemical reactions that cause neurons to fire more sluggishly and slow the release of important brain signaling molecules. In other words, you get sleepy. Caffeine is what's called an adenosine receptor antagonist. That means it derails this process of slowing your neurons down by blocking adenosine receptors. Caffeine and adenosine have a similar molecular structure, close enough that caffeine can wedge into the adenosine receptors, but not close enough to activate them. To summarize, adenosine inhibits your neurons. Caffeine inhibits the inhibitor, so it stimulates you.
And you might think, oh, this is actually clever because I can be more productive because I don't feel tired. But you can't really outsmart your body in that way. Your body's pretty smart, and it's like, oh, we need rest. So over time you will get more and more receptor cells, so that even though you drink coffee, there are some cells where tiredness gets through and you actually feel tired. And if you want to combat these symptoms, these natural symptoms of being tired, you would need to drink more coffee. And that increases your likelihood of all these bad side effects. And it's just like a vicious cycle going into the wrong direction, if that makes sense. Because over time, if you then don't drink the amount of caffeine that your body is used to, you have a lot of receptor cells, and your body is completely overwhelmed with these tiredness hormones going into these cells, and you feel very tired, and you might get a headache, you might need to take naps during the day and that kind of thing. It just decreases your productivity. And it's kind of what I said earlier that really suits this notion, because it's certainly how I felt. I really liked the coffee, but the effects would wear off really, really quickly. So I would drink coffee, I would feel more awake and more like ready to go, but after like maybe half an hour, 15 minutes, it would be gone and diminish. And it's like I said, you press gas in the car on neutral, so you just make loads of sounds and you get nowhere. and that is what coffee felt for me. So what is my experience now after being off coffee for 8 days? I feel good now. I had headache during the whole day, the first 3 or 4 days, and for like 4 days now I'm okay. I wouldn't say I have a huge amount of energy that I can use for work or like for uni or for workouts and that sort of thing. It's not that. I do feel fine. I don't have a headache. I'm also working out again, and I have better sleep. Like my sleep improved drastically. Like I have more of a normal sleep cycle now, which I'm really happy about. And would I ever go back to drinking coffee? I mean, it's been really early in this experiment, and I will keep you updated in my vlogs and in my videos how I feel without coffee. I think what I learned from this is I need to get off this like cycle of stimulating my body with caffeine for a while now, and if I'm like off for a few months, maybe I'll start drinking coffee again, maybe once every 2 weeks or so, just for that extra boost, because coffee will be more effective then for me again if I'm having less receptor cells, and if I really feel like I need it, I can have it, but not for starting my day or boosting myself if I actually need rest, because I want to be more synced with my body and be active and productive in a more natural way, not forcing anything and that maybe shouldn't be forced, and therefore gaining back energy through food, through good nutritious and hydrating food. And that is my journey. So I encourage you to try it out for yourself if you want to, if you're curious. Maybe you've been setting it off for quite some time, or telling yourself you maybe not addicted, because that's what I certainly did. I'm like, I just like the taste, I just like the flavor, and I do, but having withdrawal symptoms definitely showed me that I was, or I am for sure, addicted to coffee. And still, if I smell it, if someone has it in the house here and I'm just like walking by and smell it, my brain's like, coffee. But I'm staying strong, and I'll see. In a few months I might have it again now and then, but I don't want it to become a habit of having every day in the morning ever again. And I hope I can stick through with that, because of all I know now, I do want to have a healthy brain chemistry, and if my body feels tired, I will want to honor that and give it some rest in order to come back stronger and more productive. And that is enough of me today. I hope you learned something from this video, got some inspiration or information, or maybe you just start thinking about your own caffeine consumption yourself. Which, yeah, I'm sorry if I make you do that and make you want to quit your relationship with coffee. I'm sorry, but maybe it's time. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off now. I hope you have a nice day whenever you see this and wherever you are, and take care. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and comment. That would mean the world to me. Thanks so much. Okay, see ya next time. Bye bye.
Far away, far away. Far away. Every moment I was spending on regrets was such a waste, such a waste, such a waste. Looking on the city lights.